Welcome to Glorious Botafogo, your number one source of Botafogo news in English. The Alvinegro lost to Cruzeiro at the Newton Santos by 3-0. Cruzeiro had an overall amazing night at the Newton Santos. Unfortunately, there's nothing more to talk about except for they were better. They were better defensively, they were better offensively, they were better in the middle, they were better on the sides, and they were better on goal. Cássio, former Corinthians goalkeeper, had an amazing night, which is one of his highest rated matches in his career, a 9.9 rating on SofaScore. Cássio had 10 saves, including 3 difficult saves, 3 saves that could have been 3 goals for Botafogo to tie the match. But Cássio was just inspired that last night and kept a clean sheet for Cruzeiro and obviously kept Botafogo from scoring, which now the club sits in second place, losing to Flamengo on goals scored. So now, whenever Botafogo plays Flamengo in the upcoming weeks, it will be of extreme importance to beat Flamengo because they have one less match than the Alvinegro, which could mean if they beat Botafogo, they would have 6 points of advantage over the Glorioso, and it would make things that much harder because Flamengo is known for its consistency, and their trainer, their manager, Chichi, is also known for consistency. Even though, they might be the most beautiful football played, they might not score a ton of goals, but they don't concede a lot. They don't lose very much. So if Botafogo is not able to beat Flamengo, it's going to be hard. And Flamengo is also going to have a match against Palmeiras, which is another title contender. So hopefully we can hope for a draw, Palmeiras and Flamengo, or maybe even a Palmeiras win, because Flamengo cannot be ahead of other teams by 6 points, by 9 points, because based on the depth of their squad and the quality of their squad and the quality and the manager that they have, if Flamengo gets ahead, that's it. It's going to be game over from there. There were a few positive points of yesterday's match, like Chiquinho Soares' performance yesterday was pretty good. Him and Igor Jesus were doing really well. They have a really promising duo there. When we originally thought that Igor Jesus was coming to be Chiquinho's immediate substitute or perhaps fight him for the starting position, but yesterday they showed that they can play together. They created a lot of good chances. Igor Jesus passing to Chiquinho, Chiquinho passing to Igor Jesus. Then again, Cássio saved most of those shots. All of those shots, because if they hadn't saved at least one, Botafogo would have scored at least one. There was that one header at the end of the game which Chiquinho headed as Cássio was moving in the opposite direction, but he just made an incredible reflex save. So hats off to Cássio. A very good job by the Cruzeiro goalkeeper and the Cruzeiro squad and the Cruzeiro manager, because they are contenders for the top 6 spots. I think Cruzeiro is a pretty good team this year, and they have all of the ingredients except for maybe the depth of the squad. I don't think Cruzeiro has as many options as perhaps Flamengo, Palmeiras, Botafogo, but they will be fighting up there for those spots, and they could surprise many teams if they don't keep a close attention. Botafogo lost twice. Botafogo lost 6 points to Cruzeiro at home and away. Remember, the very first match in the Brasileirão, Botafogo lost to Cruzeiro. So we will see how the Cabuloso, the Raposa, the Foxes will continue on for the rest of the season. I do want to say that there's some very negative things that happened yesterday inside the pitch. Like, for example, Lucas Alter continues to play for Botafogo. He basically gave the assist and an own goal for Cruzeiro's first goal. He tried to clear the ball. It did not go the way that he wanted to. He went right back into William. William crossed it in. Lucas outstretched his leg to try to clear the ball. But to me, it's just, why are you going to try to clear with a tip of your foot, especially when the goal's right behind you. It was obvious that it was going to deflect and go straight towards the goal. So just, again, when the defense is doing good, out there does good by default, just by being there, just by being present. But whenever the Botafogo defense is not doing well, it is mostly because of Lucas Alte. And he just doesn't have the caliber to be there. I really hope Botafogo can talk to Frankfurt and just sign Tuta. I mean, he was not on the thumbnail as far as transfer news is concerned, but Botafogo is talking to Frankfurt. I don't know if it's going to come out of anything, but please, for the love of God, let's get another center back, because Lucas Alte is just not it. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and I'll continue to say it until he leaves. He's just not good enough to be here. Another player that disappointed me a lot yesterday was Cheche. Cheche was back in the form when I was criticizing Cheche. He was just very bureaucratic, side passes, left and right, back to John, back to Bastos, back to out to Damian Suarez, out to Marçal. Go forward. Stop passing the ball to the sides. Go forward, man. He did a couple of good things here and there, but he just did not protect. Him and Danilo did not protect our defenders, our center backs. They didn't protect Alte. Alte needed protection. Bastos doesn't need that as much protection. Alte needed protection because he's just not good enough. And then Danilo and Cheche, both Danilos, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. They left gaps from the very first minute of the match. I was messaging friends here on WhatsApp. I said, this middle of the pitch, it is unprotected. Cruzeiro is going to have a field day if they leave Matheus Pereira by himself to attack our defenders. And that's what happened. So very disappointed on those two. Marçal had a terrible game yesterday. Marçal left the entire left side open, which was where they ended up scoring the goal from. Oscar Romero had a terrible match yesterday. Terrible match. He didn't create anything. He just didn't do much of anything. Ugo, oh my Lord, how long are we gonna have to keep tolerating a player like Alte, a player like Ugo? It's tough. Cuiabano needs to be back ASAP. You know, if we had two secure left backs, Marçal is just so hit and miss. I don't know. But let's talk about transfer news, because there is two brand new names confirmed. I talked about one before, which is Matheus Martins. Botafogo and the Italians from Udinese have come to an agreement. Botafogo is signing Matheus Martins, and the club is getting ready to have the player ready to play this Tuesday against Bahia in the Copa do Brasil. So it is a done deal. Matheus Martins, welcome to Botafogo, a former Fluminense player. He scored a goal against us actually a few years ago. Great player. I hope he's here to help. Diego Hernandez got transferred out to Lyon from Mexico, so he's going to go on a loan. Segovia got transferred to Qatar, to Al Ain. He's going to be there also for a year, and both of those players, they'll have the clubs have an option to purchase. And also another brand new transfer, confirmed brand new transfer that came out today out of nowhere, is Botafogo signs Mohamed El Arouch from Olympique Lyonnais. Mohamed is seen as one of the most promising names from the Lyon Academy, but he had some issues with injuries, especially, which created really poor mental health for the player. He went through depression. He went through a hard time. Some even say that he had some issues with drinking and drugs. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just reporting what I read here. Just kind of concerning, because he's coming to Rio de Janeiro, and this was a wish from the player himself. He's not coming to Botafogo as a loan. He's coming to Botafogo as a purchase. He's coming as a permanent transfer. So we will see. I mean, I hope he does well. He's a Moroccan player, naturalized French, which happens a lot in France. A lot of players from other teams, from other countries will go to France and play there and grow up there and naturalize themselves French and make it to the French national team. Lyon fans have, for a long time, have fought for Mohamed to be in the main squad, saying that he deserved a spot. But again, the injuries and everything else that has kept the player from having a good headspace and a good mental health. So hopefully by coming to Rio, coming to a warmer climate, I don't know, beach, samba, a good structure, a good support, especially from Arthur Jorge, that is known for working with academy players and other experienced players from the team. Hopefully it'll work out. It's the one main thing for him. He is not a player for a very physical style of play. He's light, he's quick on the ball. He's more about dribbling one-on-one, and he's known to get injured a lot. So hopefully he will have a better time at Botafogo, because he has a lot of potential, and hopefully we can recover this player so he can help us out and score some goals and give us some assists. So welcome to Mohammed. Welcome to the most glorious, to the most traditional. Don't forget, I have a coupon for 10% off at Foot Fanatics if you want to purchase training gear, jerseys, all official, not counterfeit, not from Thailand somewhere, an official, not from China, an official product from Botafogo, made in Brazil. Go ahead and go to Foot Fanatics. They'll ship it all over the world. And if you use the coupon Glorious10, you can get 10% off when you purchase. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If there's anything else throughout the day, tomorrow, or sometime before the Bahia match, I have a very busy few weeks ahead. So the videos might be hit and miss. I might just do one video a week talking about both matches, but we will see. I coach. I'm a coach. There's soccer balls right here that I'm filling up because my season's about to start. So we will see how all of that goes. But if anything major happens, I will come before Tuesday. If not, we will talk after Tuesday when Botafogo plays Bahia for the Copa do Brasil. Very important tournament in Brazil. It gives a direct spot in the Libertadores for next year. So it's a title that Botafogo doesn't have. Botafogo came real close before, got to the final and lost. So it's a title that we don't have, and it's a title that a lot of Botafogo fans want. So Botafogo Bahia Tuesday. Hopefully I'll come back here reporting a win.